Hey everyone, I'm Nick.
And I'm Tim.
And today we're talking about the Michael Kelly Forte Port, which is probably the lowest priced line. They're about $300 US from Michael Kelly Guitars, who we're huge fans of here. And this is their Forte Port, which has a sound hole funkily placed up here and I feel like a very electric guitar feeling neck. I think it definitely seems like the acoustic guitar for electric guitar players.
Well, this guitar really surprised me. I was not expecting it to do much for me, but it's very deep and resonant. It's something about these strings; they're like coated. It's almost like it doesn't have that overly brightness to it. That kind of.
It feels more lived in. It plays more lived in than like a lot of new guitars do.
I almost want to try these strings. They get this weird coating on them. They almost feel like they're broken in and almost nylon-y in a way. But this guitar is almost kind of like a, she isn't much to look at, but she does things for you,
Yeah, and I read a little bit up on it, and part of the reason why they put the sound hole there is so that it projects more sound towards the player. And the higher end ones actually have two sound holes right here.
Yeah. Because
they're like 95% of the time, you're usually just playing for yourself.
Yeah.
So you can sit there and kind of feel and get that,
It does have a nice depth to it. This is an odd shape. This thing's kind of weird. Everything about it is kind of just not what you're used to.
It's not a non-classical acoustic.
Yeah, but how does it sound? It sounds great. Takamine is doing that.
Yep.
Doing this too. I've never played one, but now that you say it, it's almost like it's like right there.
Right. Yeah. So you get to enjoy it.
I really like the tone of this guitar, and I like these strings. It almost reminds me of like recordings I've heard. Like I'll hear a singer-songwriter or something play something, and I'm like, what kind of guitar is that? Where are they getting that like? It's just sometimes you put new strings on, and they're like bronze or whatever, and they're just very.
They're not lived
trebly.
in yet.
Yeah, this just has this mellow feel, almost like you're playing a guitar that's older than it is. And to feel them, they're coated with something. We have to. This is our next thing is to.
Yeah, we'll figure out where they get their strings. We'll figure that out for you. I'll put a link down below both to this.
But it's not really for a bigger bodied guitar. I often complain that. They're hard to hold. This kind of sits pretty nice. It might be a different story if you tried to stand up and play it, but. And right when he handed it to me, it was in tune, and you didn't have to do anything.
Yeah. No, she holds tune pretty well.
I almost want to say that it trumps the Ventura.
It's pretty good. I will say that.
Although I don't like the strings that are on that Ventura.
Yeah, maybe that would be the difference. I did do a setup on this, so its neck had gotten some back bow to it. So I did a Truss Rod Adjustment last night or this morning for it and got it into shape. But I didn't swap the strings. Those are strings that came with it, and I like them a lot. I didn't want to mess with its mojo at all.
You might want to have to talk to the good folks at Michael Kelly and find out just what these are made of.
Because they're cool.
You can see some of the coating wore off in that one.
Yeah, and they age. You know, you can see and a few of them too, like where they fret. You'll see the coating will start coming off eventually on where it hits the fret.
But I'm wondering if the coating is what's giving it that sound, or if the coating is just protecting the string to make it last longer, and it doesn't have as much to do.
All I know is the guitar sounds really good, and from when I unpacked it, I was like, "This is a great little acoustic." And you've even got access pretty high up the fretboard. I don't know if probably can't see it in the camera, but there's a very cool little like Hawaiian-y birdie looking scene in there, which just makes me look all happy. Like, I don't know, kind of like how they did a little backdrop inside the sound hole.
Interesting. Well, now how much was this?
They're $2.99 new. I got this as a floor model from a store for $2.15, something like that.
She's a little funky, but I just like the way it sounds for the money.
Yeah.
You know, I think there are guitars out there that sound.
Oh, they're always. I mean, you can go thousands and thousands of dollars. You can go nutty with that.
I don't really know what to say about it, other than like.
Well, it's. Let's start by saying, Tim the Traditionalist. I was like, I'm actually surprised at how quickly you warmed up to it because it's different.
Exactly. Like to hold that other Ventura, I look at it and I feel right at home because I'm like, oh, it's a Martin copy and blah blah blah. But I don't. Again, I'm not crazy about the strings that are on it, and I've been thinking about changing them. There's something. There's certain like a depth, like character to this that's. It's like kind of mellow. It's easy on the ears. It's easy to play.
I can just say it's just one of those good ones that after you play it for a little bit, you're like, this is a good one, and I dig it.
So how is Michael Kelly in terms of their acoustic guitar sales? Are they more of an electric company?
It's funny. Michael Kelly originally got famous for acoustic basses. Meaning the people where you started seeing Michael Kelly pop up and seem to be moving the most, at least from my perception of it, was acoustic basses. Because not a lot of people did an acoustic bass anyway. I think it's a weird market. But theirs were really good at a reasonably inexpensive cost. I think it kind of hit something magic in the market. They're definitely more electric in recent years with their Patriot line and their 55 and 65. I forget the two model numbers. In recent years, that's been their space. But I will say they've in the last 2 years rejuvenated. They've got the Forte port, the Triad port. They've got them in some really cool finishes. I forget the name of the other one where they've got more sound holes on the top. And I think a lot of it is they're trying to make it so your acoustic guitar does more for the player as well as the audience listening to it. with the sound holes and things. It's kind of where they've hitched their wagon to, so to speak.
I noticed it has electronics, and that's a whole nother ball game.
Yeah, I know. So this is a Fishman in it, and we can do a little Joy with that. Hold on, we'll set that up. So what you just listened to was, and we'll call it out with labels there, is Tim played a bunch of stuff there in sequence. We recorded both one track from the mic in the room and one track direct out, kind of with the settings maxed out, into the same audio interface. So that way we can kind of compare A to B for what it sounds like live and what it kind of sounds like through the Fishman interface it's in, with two handy-dandy volume and tone controls right in that little sound hole. So yeah, no tuner. But what can you do? So anyway, what do you think?
Without the, it exceeded expectations sound-wise.
Mm-hmm.
When I picked it up, I was like, "What are these ugly black strings?" But they sound mellow. Like there's like it's not quite nylon, but it's like it doesn't have like a lot of.
It's not a peaky guitar.
It's not shrill or trebly. It's got nice lows, but it almost sounds like maybe like it's aged or something. I don't know. I've never played a guitar with a sound hole here. I think that might be part of what that enjoyment is.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to maybe play another one.
Yeah.
Take this away real quick.
Yeah, right. And be
just to A-B it. It doesn't look at all like I want an acoustic to look.
No surprise there.
In terms of feel and sound, it's all on par, you know.
And I think that's what, I mean, especially in this
part of the price
range.
This is a solid top or not?
It's a solid top. I think it's a laminate side and back.
Yeah.
So, and they've got ones up from this. This is their bottom, cheapest acoustic they sell. And it's pretty damn cool.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm happy that you dig it.
I hear what you're saying about someone who's like a mainly electric guitar playing kind of guy would probably...
It feels very much like a less polished neck, you know, like that kind of width and feel and shape. And then you've got the access all the way up so that you can get to where you used to get to.
Front a bluegrass band with this thing.
Exactly. So, rock it, man.
You look like you don't belong in a bluegrass band. But anyway, yeah, it's cool. Give one a try. I would say, find out what kind of strings these are, and then maybe just give something different a little try with the sound hole here. I've seen the Takamines like that, and right when I see them, I'm like, nah, because I just don't like how it looks.
It's one of those things you're like, why would you do that? It's not the same with the cutaway. Why would you do that? And then sometimes you play it, you're like, oh, I get why you did it.
It's like it's here. It's like,
mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's almost like, it's like brewing right under you. And it's almost more focused. Like, usually the sound hole here is kind of boomy. Mm-hmm. And it's like you said, it's projecting out this way. I suppose, I'd be interested to hear the one that has one up here.
I would too. I missed out on a chance to get the one up there. But I might actually reach back out to my friends at Michael Kelly. So I bought this on my own, just happened to be on eBay late at night, as it sometimes happens. I may reach back out to our friends at Michael Kelly and see if they want us to take a look at maybe some of the other ones.
Yeah.
And do some acoustic-y fun downs.
I think it's funny how they went really pretty tame and classic with the headstock. and
Yep.
then just took all their kind of
Yeah, and it's kind of Taylor's got the
stuff.
ones like that. There's some ones that have that more funky
I know
stuff.
Ibanez makes a really sharp acoustic with the thing here.
When I think like it's very hard to break into the acoustic game with a classic Martin or Gibson inspired shape. You know, where this is like, hey, this is something different. If you're looking for something that's
This
not...
reminds me of something like a dude who really likes an ovation. You know what I mean?
I was going to say something like that. You're right, though. Like,
and
it's
I
that
was
counter.
never like an ovation type guy.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, it was
they're out there, you know, little, every rose has its thorn kind of thing or something like that, you know?
It's good, man.
Put a little chorus on it.
Yeah, just let it ring out big. Sweet. Okay, well, as usual, I've been Nick.
And I am Tim.
We got issues, folks. Thanks for stopping by. Take care.
Bye-bye.